listeners. Welcome in, welcome in.
Welcome in. Welcome back to Do It for the Story. I'm Stacy.
I'm Morgan.
And we're back for another week. Not at our usual time.
I was going to say, we need to say that out loud because it's so funny how you all are watching this or listening to this and how it's recorded. You care not. But it is, I don't even know what day it is. Truthfully, I feel like my life has been a blur. Okay, so it's Tuesday and it's almost 10 o'clock at night. We're squeezing this in to get it done. And so we're a little zany.
We're here.
Because we're normally on
our hot teas.
Our circadian rhythm, normally we're in bed right now.
Drink. Anytime Morgan mentions circadian rhythm.
My new thing. I'm going to keep saying it to you guys.
But yeah, we needed to give the disclaimer because, I mean, if you've ever worked with me, don't schedule a meeting with me after 4 o'clock. I get too zany. No. Like it literally hits at 4:30. So past 9, I'm.
And we came down. You as far as work, hang out, talking, and then now we're coming back up to give ourselves life. I'm hoping I'm not up till midnight.
We won't be. But if we are,
whatever. Fuck it.
We're burning the midnight oil.
Having a good time.
GIFs. I don't know what that was. So on that note, and
it's great tea, by the way. We're drinking our tea.
It's a dandelion root tea, which is nice. Just a little side because it no caffeine. Probably not the best time to drink it because it is like a diuretic. We're gonna look at peeing all night.
I like it,
but it's a good liver cleanse.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And it has some people like that. It has a taste if they're trying to not do caffeine. They like it kind of like this, I don't know, earthy.
I probably need to do less caffeine. I'm so into caffeine right now, though. It gives me a nice little extra. I'm chugging coffee, little extra kick. I also want to mention that these mugs are adorable. It's also nice when you are drinking a nice cup of coffee or tea out of a fancy cup.
Okay.
Just feels a cute
Thank
cup.
You. And you know what?
Was this maybe picked up in Manhattan from a store in Chelsea?
For those not watching, these are, I would say, when you think of a cafe shaped coffee cup, traditional. Oh my gosh. Also, for those not watching, Morgan just looked at her mic to see if it was on. In a panic look and signaled to me thumbs up. I didn't turn it on already for her.
It's 10 o'clock at night, right?
I know. But good checks.
I was like, oh my God, well, if at least it's only 4 minutes in, that's not that bad.
But the coffee cup, it's a traditional shape, right? Very round.
Yes.
These were actually from Kiki.
Oh, of course they were. Very artistic.
And number one listener, Miles, who got us these in Montana, actually.
Oh.
When they were there for one of our other favorite listeners, as Morgan would say, our beauty for her wedding.
That is such a darling little story. I'm glad I mentioned it.
Because I had Little Diva that week.
Oh, that's darling.
So,
well, cheers to you,
Kiki and Miles. Okay. So, but what I was saying, aside from the coffee cups, so thank you. They're cute and they're sage green, one of my great earth tone colors.
Yes, but the bottom is that a natural clay.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's nice.
It's a nice texture. It's perfectly warm the hands. Anyway, people are
tune
get
in,
off
watch
of it.
The fucking cups, you guys. You look at the cups, okay?
But in the spirit of honesty, we're honest. Energy's weird. We're zany right now. We also were it was taking us a little bit longer to record because we also don't always just want to record what maybe we have on our list, depending on our vibe.
Yeah,
vibe check.
Vibe check is a very real thing. If we are not, we're it's Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. I have zero energy, so no, we're not going to dissect.
Yeah. Or if it's been a day where we're you know what? Nobody needs more sadness.
More drama. Yes.
Although I did watch Inside Out 2, the Disney movie last night, because I heard Beyonce was saying it's the movie she's into right now.
Oh, I don't even know. What is it?
It's the cutest, the Pixar movie that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Angel.
Inside Out? Star Wars right now. I don't think so.
See, Inside Out would be a little bit old for Angel. I think the first one, because it's kind of like heavier, more like how kids are dealing with anxiety and feelings. But it was really good. So Joe and I watched that last night. It was a really, you need to watch it. Like, I don't know. You probably need to watch it before you watch it with Angel. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, I watched it on my own. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the spirit of that, we were like, oh, gosh, what are we talking about tonight? What are we...
What can our mood handle?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And we couldn't think of, and it also as well was time, like, because we realize it's late. We don't have an afternoon to do, you know, research and go back and forth and dissect.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly. Or one of the ones we already like prep. We're like, we're not feeling it tonight.
Yeah.
So let's have a little bit more of a.
So we decided, we just tell some stories and have some fun.
Let's do it for the story and story tell them. Literally just my energy is like where I'm just talking. No, I'm going to get it together. Everybody.
No, but those are good because I actually love it because truthfully, people do want to, I feel like, know us a little better. And that's how we actually are.
Yeah,
that's
this is
us
me.
To a T.
Yeah, you're right. This is like how I am too. If you've worked with me, that's why I say it, because.
Right. And we're not, and this is the moment to be zany, because when we are in some of the serious topics, we're not going to randomly like, blah, blah, like we would in person, only you and I, we would do something weird in the middle of a moment.
Right.
But there's a time and a place, for all those things.
There is a time and a place. So that might be a good little segue.
Oh, I like your style.
Yeah. So in this moment, we were like, what do we talk about? Morgan was actually telling me about a recent house sit story. Kind of, will you just tee it up?
I'll tee it up. So I just start telling Stacy about my friend was staying at our other friend's home.
Right.
Without having to go into the reason, just traveling.
Yeah, they were house sitting. She was house. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And so we go over to this house, and I had been on the porch before and like in like the main kind of foyer area, but I'm not close with them. So I hadn't like really been in the home. This is a multi-million-dollar stunning home. These are folks that are older than us and whatever. Anyway, beautiful, stunning. From the outside, you can tell, and their style and all the things. So we start walking around this house, and we're like, of course, you're staying here. We've got to get the tour. I mean, this place looks incredible. So we start walking around. I mean, we're doing room by room, and it also is one of those homes, multi-story, and like just, it was decorative, and it was.
Hey, don't give too much. Just kidding.
No, but I'm saying there was just a lot. There was a lot happening.
Yeah.
And so plenty of things to look at is my point. So we give ourselves, I mean, it was damn near, it was probably easily a fucking hour at minimum that we're going through this house being like, oh my God, look at this. This is stunning. And oh my God, look at this. Like, ew, why the fuck would they do that? But I'm paraphrasing because we're completely naturally going back and forth and just going in on this house.
Yeah, it's like watching the Olympics.
Yes, like
when you're watching gymnastics and you're like, oh my God.
Oh, she stepped in a bounds. Like, right? Like, I know nothing. I'm lucky if I can still do a cartwheel at 40.
Right.
And I'm going in on this person with a multi-million-dollar home, interior designed, wazoo, like,
right,
whatever.
Because it's the best.
Because it's the best.
Because you can, because you can't.
Exactly.
Because you don't. You can critique it.
Right.
Because you either don't have that.
Right.
You like, I don't even have the ability to buy all of these things if I wanted to.
Right. Like, I know I can't afford that table. And because it was so expensive, I will say it's hideous.
Yeah. Because like, I can't
hideous.
fill up all this space. I couldn't have all this space.
Right.
So let me tell you how I would fill it up.
Exactly.
You know?
And also going in, it's like the safe going in when you're going in on shit like that.
Totally.
I'm for my own psyche and awareness, I'm not going in on that person. on that, friend of a friend that I bumped into. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
I'm
no.
safely, we're going back and forth. Nobody's being harmed by me fucking ripping this house.
Yeah, it's a house.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like,
it's funny.
I remember even doing that. Like you're saying, it's like the house sitting. I do it the same anytime I stay in an Airbnb because you feel like, depending on the vibe of the Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
It's either like you feel like you could be in someone's house or it's regardless. I'm going through that thing with like, oh my God.
Totally.
Did they really, especially if it's like a beach condo. I love a good,
Oh, absolutely.
All bets are off at the beach or.
Oh, totally. The
That's
fucking
not what I say.
trinkets.
It's just the typical, like, live, laugh, love kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. But also, I'm inspecting everything. I'm going out to the fucking, if I'm staying for a long weekend on the Eastern Shore on a farm, you bet your ass I'm walking that half acre back to the barn.
Oh.
If it's on the property, I'm checking it out.
Are you kidding? Oh, yes. I want to use the amenities. I want to know what's going on. It's like, I'm Googling it. Yeah, you can get, because you feel like when you're at Airbnb too, the Airbnb especially, you can go in. You don't know them. It's a home. It's like
you're paying for it.
You're paying for it. So now it's mine.
Now it's mine. Exactly. Or now I have contributed enough to this.
Yes.
And my payment allows me to give judgment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's a part of mine. It is mine now.
Yeah. I'm like, it's mine for the weekend. Like you said, I have ownership. I have rented it. It's in my name. I'm going to go in and maybe I will.
It's insured.
Maybe if I'm seeing like, I'm trying to think of, sometimes you're in a house where you're like, oh my gosh, that would just make so much more sense function wise if that was over here. And I've made a little tweak just for while I'm in the Airbnb.
Oh, you have to.
I put it back, but I'm always like,
sometimes
I just want to tell them.
If it's something slight though, that is not like, they're majorly lifting like a heavy furniture or something. If it's something slight though, I'm leaving it because I know that they need that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Something slight like
an end table, like something very light that I could
so you are moving furniture. You're not
but one of
you're
those
not
pieces
restacking
that's like
the books. You're not like putting them horizontal to
Oh, I would restack the books.
I know, but I'm saying you're going beyond that to you're moving furniture.
But if it's if it's like something small, like I'm saying like 5 pounds or less.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That they were like, oh, they moved that. That's okay.
Right.
They forgot to put it back.
It was supposed to be moved. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like those little,
like one of,
like that we're using right now. Like a little Ender coffee table, not like that you're supposed to be able to put next to whatever chair. Fair. And I will leave that. Like maybe they will realize. Maybe they will pivot. Maybe then the whole feng shui of the whole house will change. Dad will stay with mom and the kids are happy, and Christmas is together again.
Right.
Because of that one fucking end table that I moved.
Right. You're like, wow, that's nice. Everybody now gets a seat at the table.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, here the fuck we come.
So we actually started a new side hustle called Airbnb Guest Consultants where we're going to come. I'm kidding.
Hey, you want to pay us? We've got an LLC. We got the insurance.
If you want,
we can add some sort of.
If you want us to come stay in your Airbnb just to kind of give you the feedback.
Yes. Yeah. You don't even have to pay us. We don't have to pay us. We know we don't have fucking shit yet. We will totally.
We'll come out.
And I will say this too. I Airbnb my home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm saying this is I'm an Airbnber. I use it. I'm a part of the community. And so, yes.
You want the feedback.
You know what? Maybe let's do a swap. I'll swap somebody. Airbnb. We could do a swap.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll get a free place to stay. But I will say what I would love is just to really actually just make fucking money like I do with Airbnb. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I do. Swap. Swap is fun though.
Let us know. You can pay me to come stay with you. I'm just kidding. No, but
and we'll rip your home apart.
There is that gratifying, we'll say it's perfect. Like, just especially when I didn't have,
when we had nothing.
Okay, so in my 20s, one of our good friends, Warren, and I, at the time, I won't say who, but one of us was house sitting. And it was the same kind of thing. This was someone that was so much older than us where they they were an adult and we were still
totally.
either had roommates or were
There's
living in
enough
the
of an age difference that
Right.
clearly the financials are different.
And we would, same thing. It was like, oh my gosh, why did you get this artwork? What were they thinking with this arrangement? Like, oh my
It's like
gosh.
a penthouse.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're playing house like, oh, this is what it's like to have 2 floors,
This is what it's like to have a washer and dryer
Yeah.
in unit.
Yeah. But it was also, we would just laugh because it was like you said, it's all in good fun. And sometimes it is just like,
it's that release that you need.
yeah, you don't, I'm not going in on a person. I'm not being catty like that. Like, oh, I'm just having a good time.
But you know what this is reminding me of too? That I read, just as laughing, because I always say like this study or this like thing that was referenced, this article, but they literally said that it really does bring people together to bitch.
Oh.
Like coworkers. Like a real part of bonding is being
I'm
like,
sure.
you in that fucking meeting, man. Da-da-da.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's the same kind of thing. You're getting that shit off your chest. You're also with your friend, sibling, husband, whatever. And y'all are just having a time and nobody's getting hurt and you're connected at the end.
Right. And that's the thing too, where it's like, especially if it's a house sitting situation where you're staying there and the only care in the world is just what the decor is.
Yes.
And did you put things back?
Yes.
Not like taking care of like,
No, there's
animals.
There's no responsibility
It's
because
just
you
keep
don't
it
have
nice
to ask,
and put it back.
Right. Nobody has to mow the lawn. No, but there's a cleaning service.
Right.
So you're barely worried about them picking up the fucking towels.
Right. Right.
It's like just keep the kitchen area to a certain level of clean.
You basically are in an area. That is house sitting in our 20s was like being able to stay in an Airbnb for free.
Right.
It's like you're saying, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a home when I'm outside of my studio, 400 square foot space.
Yeah.
That with my radiator heat that was like 150 degrees.
Yeah.
Literally. I would keep like a day like today, it was 55 out. I would have been like, oh, thank God. But I would have been wearing shorts in my apartment. I would have put my clothes
all
on
your windows
until
open.
I was sleeping. Yes, with all my windows open. But anyway, it's like, so then in those times when you're living in, I don't have a lot, you're house sitting, you're like, great, this is amazing. And of course, it's also that you can finally, where we were living in a city, we finally could host. So, just like who's not going to throw a party?
Totally.
And we would do those
You're
things.
in your 20s. I mean, it's almost expected. You know?
Right.
Put away, like, don't have fancy china out. Everything will be fine.
Right. And that's why I think even in situations where we house sat, people gave us permission.
Right.
I wasn't doing it
and we definitely
willingly.
Took it further than
we didn't ask, but it was just kind of like, of course we will. And in the way that they extended that offer of, do you have people over if you want? Throw a party. I'm asking you to house it over New Year's. Big deal. In the way that they offered me that, I unsolicitedly offer them the feedback of, let me pick apart this home.
Yes.
Yes.
And even something as like taking a throw and putting it somewhere else, Yes, I will do a light rearrange. Yes, I will move the pillows that you have on this couch
because now I'm
in
hosting
the side room because now I'm hosting in my home. And there is a certain vibe, level of chic, yes, aesthetic, just all around like, warmth. Look. I mean, there are so many adjectives, okay, that need to be hit in my home that is barely and not actually my home.
I think the biggest one for you, Morgan, that you forgot to mention when you're going through your list of, there's a certain aesthetic, lighting.
There is nothing more important than lighting, and I have no holds bar for lighting.
I have to pause before you add any more comment and say, we've mentioned how we'll go, again, all in good fun, give the feedback about someone's home when they're not there or when we're house sitting. Morgan will be in your home. And if you're watching this, you're listening to this and you know her and you've had her over, you've probably been a victim of this and it's fine. It's not a personal thing. She will change the lighting in your home without you asking or requesting. I've seen her dim lights. I've seen her turn off overhead lights and turn on lamps. I've seen her actually get my husband to participate in literally turning off lighting at a wedding reception.
Yep.
Which it did elevate the reception.
But tell them what happens every time. Every time.
The party people get more relaxed. It's better lighting for everyone for photos, obviously, but then at a reception, lights go down, party goes up.
And also at a party in your home.
Yeah.
It's 9. We're, playing cards or we're, sipping wine cozy on the couch.
Give it
the light
vibe.
should be dim. Circadian rhythm is also a fucking thing.
Oh
okay?
My God. Circadian rhythm.
Adjust the lighting. It's also out at a restaurant. No, I don't want cafeteria lighting. I do need a vibe.
Yeah.
I am more interested in the lighting and the vibe than I am in the food. And I'm sorry, that is my personal, I'm not saying that's a requirement of all. That's my personal,
I agree.
How I have to live.
I'm with you on that.
Keeps my, it keeps
I'm there for
my
the
cortisol
social
levels.
atmosphere first and
I can live off of Cliff Bars, okay?
Facts.
You think that I need...
She'll live off of tortillas and eggs.
My ideal is a perfect, fucking amazing, tasting, out of this mind, out of your mind, fucking, out of this world fucking meal, right? Taste quality wise. In an out of this world, blow my mind fucking vibe.
If the lighting is right.
And vibes, the plants, and I need all of it. Okay.
Well, it's especially with the lighting. I mean, literally, I've seen you run to where we thought it was you dimming lights to sing happy birthday at a party, and we were like, oh no, she's just turning the lights down. People have literally been like, happy. And we're like, oh, no. Morgan's just adjusting the lighting. It's not her house. And she's just thinking that she's doing you a favor.
But it's also if you're having people over, treat them with kindness. I can't, blaring fucking overhead
but
lights.
What if somebody needs the lighting?
Someone's
the menu. It's hard to see.
That's why you have the little lights on
use
the
your
table.
Phone. Yeah, and use your phone.
And also the restaurant.
If it's really that much.
It's that much.
Not every restaurant does. There's so many restaurants. There's one little tea light.
Yeah, and get your phone out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's a time and a place.
Or stick up for yourself and ask for a goddamn flashlight.
Could you imagine? In a chic cocktail bar, oh my gosh.
Everybody's got a fucking
Joe and I were in this, a speakeasy. There's this one, I don't remember the name of it. Some speakeasy in, where were we? Maybe in Greenwichville or something. One time we were in New York, and it was so dark. You really couldn't.
You were napping. You were actually in that moment. Am I dreaming or am I fucking awake?
I'm not sure. Dark. It's so dark. And we were joking, we were there. It was with some of our family as well, and we were laughing about to turn our phone. I'm like, don't fucking turn your phone on. We'll be losers. People will see. Because it was someone tried to take a picture in the restaurant and the flash went off. One of those, where you're like,
5 checks. Exactly.
Now we have to leave. Everybody, I saw her face. Now I have to go. Yeah. I can't go home with this person. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's also just retina harassment to turn on a light like that.
We call that
flash.
date lighting.
Yeah.
Turn down. Everybody looks a little bit better in the dark.
Yeah, and you feel a little sexier in the dark, you know?
Speaking of... Oh, shoot. No. Oh gosh.
Okay. I'm fine.
No, I was saying, speaking of the dark, this was another... We were talking about house sitting, and I'm like, the worst is when you have house sitting... I mean, I'm not going to go into all the house sitting oopsie stories that happened in 20. We've all been there. We've all been there.
We've all
everything was fine.
Party that
everything was
got
fine.
out of hand. It's fine.
But I was house sitting with Kiki, our sister Kiki, who you're older than me, and this was when I was in. We definitely were in college. It was summer of college, and we were house sitting for. Anyway, we're house sitting this person, and they had a house that it was very in the woods, so it's really dark out. If you don't have one of those motion lights, you can't see shit outside. Yeah. And so it's summer, and of course we weren't even really having a party. We were just like going to have a couple of friends over, like, you know, probably play some cards and drink a 30 pack, you know, kick back. And, you know, probably, so anyways, people come over, Kiki and I are hanging at the house. Well, first we were arriving at different times because we had our summer jobs and we both were driving there separately.
Your different shifts.
Different shifts of lifeguarding, yes. And I don't remember if it was me or at first or if it was Kiki who got there, but I didn't think anything of it. We were watching a cat. We weren't just house sitting. They had a cat. This cat's name also happened to be Blackie.
Is it a black cat? Otherwise,
it's a black cat.
Okay.
Completely black. And we're in the house and I'm like, okay, I put the food out for the cat. We didn't have cats at our house. So they're like, not every cat's the same, but I just thought, you know, some cats kind of like hide. Like I didn't really see it a lot. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to the house, put food out. I didn't see it. And I'm like, okay, where's Blackie?
Oh my God, the name alone.
And so Kiki comes and the cat's there. So we're like, okay.
It's in the house.
Outside we're good. Cat. We're good. Okay. No, it had been inside. It was an inside.
Okay.
Yeah, or we didn't really know. That wasn't clear, but it had a litter box.
Oh, inside.
And so like, unless anyone else told me that, like I'm not, you know, messing around. Yeah. So anyway, we find the cat. We're like, okay, great. It was just hiding. Other people start rolling up. Door is open.
Oh no.
We can't find, at this point we're consuming. We are, you know, I'm stoned and people are drinking. Like I'm full on. We can't find the cat. And we're like, we haven't seen this fucking thing forever. There's doors open and we're going out there and people are like, what's the cat's name? And we're like,
oh my God.
Blackie. Oh we're going around. Blackie, like literally I'm on the floor. I'm like, I can't even believe, am I getting punked that I'm yelling Blackie into the darkness?
Into the darkest
in
night.
the woods, underneath the couch.
Freaking nowhere. Oh my God.
But we did find Blackie.
Was it outside?
No, it was hiding.
Like inside.
It was hiding under something, you know.
Right.
And of course, one room was like, "Damn it, Blackie!" You know. Oh my God, that was awkward.
Oh my God,
like,
that's
a safe
so
place.
Good.
I'm
that's
kidding.
So
no,
good.
But
oh my God, that kills me. It's the whole thing. It's the cat. It's the fucking name of the cat. And
oh God.
Oh my God. And it's like everybody's been there too, of like either the lost fucking animal, the lost pet, you know, that you're watching, or like the broken item because you did throw the party.
Yeah. Or I was saying too, the people like the gold, like, you know, the animal then like dies when the people are out of town.
Oh God. Or if someone barfs or like pisses at the party. And
oh my God.
You know, it's just always something.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
Like, everybody's been there, but damn though, I don't know if many people could say they were walking through the woods calling for Blackie.
I mean, it was a real. We could laugh about it then, and obviously we wouldn't have been there. We're like, you know, I think the kid when it was like a toddler named the cat. You know, I'm sure it was a tough situation to.
Oh, totally. If it's a black cat, I mean, no, I hope a grown ass adult isn't like, oh, this black cat, I'm gonna call it Blackie. This is a bit fucking much, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, I assumed the child.
I would hope
the cat.
I didn't clarify. I just didn't even want to talk about it. I didn't want to know details. Right. I was like, because then they're the cat is here. I'm out. It stressed me out too because it was also like, are we going to do this every night?
Well, and cats,
where you go missing,
they just do that thing where they appear and they also like lunge.
Yeah.
Or the paw.
And I'm not like hating on cats.
No,
I wasn't used to it. So it literally was foreign to me.
It is a completely different personality, body. Oh my God. This is exactly, and this is not us trashing. This is just the factual difference of cats and dogs. I saw this meme, which was like, a cat just got, it was something like a cat just, broke whatever, and a dog just broke a whatever. And the dog is like, you know, like, curled up against like you know, like whatever, or like, you know, doing the apologetic thing, or over in the corner like, I'm sad, I'm sorry. And the cat is literally sitting, and these are actually people just acting as the thing. So it's this guy sitting at the table being like
Like
yes, bitch. Like, I did. What are you going to do about it? Like, yeah. Like, fuck you. Oops. And then like pushes another coffee cup off the table.
Like the cat.
Like, oopsies. And then like gives you the death stare.
Like the cats in Lady and the Tramp. Like, we are Siamese. If you don't, please.
Which also, yes, they have now. That's part of, I think that's the main thing in Lady and the Tramp, that they give you the trigger warning of like, you know, we are. It's basically. It's not really. It's trigger.
And it added like the re-release.
So it's not a no. It's not a re-release. It's just it's on Disney, the app Disney Plus. And so at the beginning though, now it says for the same movie, it just says, you know, this movie does contain racially insensitive.
Shut up.
Yes, they do that for different, you know, yes, they do that for different movies of, you know, calling out the stuff that like shouldn't have been said anymore in Disney.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And they don't name the exact moment, but they're saying like, and because they do it also for Peter Pan, I'm pretty sure, because of the moment where there's fucked up. Exactly. The Native American indigenous fucking craziness. Yes. So they do that. So it's like their way of saying we know, because
so bad.
Disney's new stuff is really great and they're seeing very
totally. That's what I was saying about Inside
they are
Out.
Absolutely like fully just call it out that like, and they even say, but we are not going to edit. We're not going to edit this because we don't want to change like the history of, you know, what it was, which is cool.
Yeah.
But also it's like, holy shit, that was a thing.
And but then I'm curious because yes, we had those movies. Are you as a parent then like, I have to explain to Angel, hey, in this song, we are Siamese is derogatory.
Honestly, I don't even know if Angel finished the movie.
Well, not saying now, but like I'm just saying if he's 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but no, that's
or do you not play it?
Well, I would play it. I totally would because it's like whatever, and I would easily be able to say, yeah, this is the dumb shit that people used to say, and you might even still hear it, but be aware that you would be like, that's weird.
Yeah,
you know, because how would he know what that means?
That's so I know. I just randomly had to ask that because I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea.
When he did, if he even watched that part, he would not have even been able to repeat the word probably.
Oh, totally.
Like, you know,
I know. I'm just
because it's not like Lady and the Tramp, like as a total aside, is anyone's favorite fucking Disney movie. So we watched it one time and we moved on.
Oh, somebody's favorite.
I mean, maybe, but I'm kind of like, whose?
Someone's favorite Disney movie is Fantasia. You know,
that's some fucked up shit. You know what? I would say Fantasia on acid.
I was just saying if they're on something.
Fucking serious. Otherwise, that shit is brutal for any child that thinks that Fantasia, even an adult.
I knew kids that liked watching it. Anyway.
Well, we have ADHD. We couldn't sit still for that shit.
I was like, give me lyrics. Give me words.
Right. The music.
You and I went to a club one time screaming, play lyrics. It was at a club, like techno, like more like dance music. And we didn't know that was supposed to be the vibe. And we wanted to dance because, you know, we were millennials. So this was years ago. This is when we're still out
in DC.
Like, yeah. And we didn't know. And we're there like yelling at a DJ, play lyrics. I mean, we were fucked up, but
obviously, but that's
hilarious. Really funny. Like, can you play like how offended they were, but also like, come on, man, I don't want to just stand there and jump.
Okay, again, quick aside, but exactly, there is something to the stand there and jump versus the lyrics, because the lyrics like literally brings people together. Like you're bonding over the poetry and what is the story being told,
and singing it
well
together,
as
not
being
just
able
like,
to sing it together, right? And you're all like,
they're bonding
you remember
over
the
Molly.
time, the first time you fucking heard that song. Yeah, I'm like, what is that? You know, I get it if you like need to get super jacked up for like a workout routine, but like otherwise, I don't know. Hit me some Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need lyrics.
Should we rap? No, but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a good place to wrap because now we just getting zany.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this nice little short.
Let's see what time. Oh, nice. This is like probably the shortest episodes we have ever done for fucking sure.
I think so.
Absolutely. And with that,
we're going to go to bed.
Because
Morgan's circadian rhythm is just
jacked. Share us.
Review.
With at least one person. Do a review, please.
Subscribe. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. As Morgan said, share it out. And let us know.
Yeah. Do it for the story, y'all.
Have a good week.
Divas, diffs.